right, hey everybody, we have a little web extra for you here at WACH Fox. Recently, Daniel Murphy, player for the New York Mets, got a lot of heat for taking some time off for his wife having a baby.
Right. Yeah.
And we here at WACH Fox have some parents and athletes of our own, so we want to get their take. Of course, we got former NFL player Corey Miller and dad. Also, we have Tony Talley, mother dating an athlete, and she's also a former athlete as well. And then we have father, Friendy Clairvaux, a new father. So we're just going to let them talk a little bit. Janet Parker here, no children. Yeah, I'm just moderating this
Really?
thing.
No children?
No children. No children.
You proud?
So my time will come. Okay. All right. So I just want to hear from each of you. What do y'all think about this? Because I mean, a lot of people were like, "You should have stayed there. You should have stayed and played the game." And then some people are like, "He's a dad. Let him go be with his kids." What do y'all think?
Well, I'm going to start because I understand. Boomer Esiason, who's, of course, a former NFL quarterback, we have 16 games. And so it's a little bit different as a football player because, 16 games, you got to play. And they are very, very important. And I understand where he's coming from. I mean, so we're taught in the locker room. It's our sanctuary, and your commitment is there. That's how you make your money. We have jobs. Some jobs won't allow you to leave for that. So I understand what he's saying, and it may come off a little rough, but he's committed to the New York Mets, right?
Right.
His wife's having a baby, and let's just be real about it. Now, he makes enough money that he could make sure his wife is taken care of, nurtured, family's around, she has support, and I understand what it means to be in the delivery room. I've been there. It's a special moment, no doubt about it.
Wait, Tony's giving me some face. Tony on this.
Right.
On this.
I didn't even like when Ty had to go to the car for items I requested, such as my blanket or
Right.
more food or whatnot, because when those contractions came, I was like, oh,
You wanted him there.
I
Right.
wanted him there. So
Yeah.
I think he should have taken off. That's his child. I don't know if it was his first child or whatnot, but he should have been there so that he could be there to comfort his wife. I don't care how much money he makes in the world. Having the father of my child there with me while I'm delivering his child means the world.
You know what, Amber? We had our child 5 months ago, and I wanted to make sure that we were there. And going back to one thing that Tony said about the contractions, because when my wife Esther started having her contractions, it was like what you just did. And she was like, I need you there with me. And, I was cracking jokes, making her laugh, even though she was going through the pain. And so for me, I was like, I have to see the birth of my child. I remember I came from a live shot. There was a shooting here in Richland County, and that's when I got the phone call, and I jetted out and I left.
And we didn't even know, by the way, on Good Day Columbia that was, what was going on. But just saying,
Scripted.
It ended up bleeding. But going back to what Corey said, it's like, Corey, okay, well, I'm not like a pro athlete like you were, or even how Mr. Murphy is, but it's like just the thought of it, looking from my wife's perspective, how me being with her, if I wasn't there, I would see how it would be so much different. And it was only 3 days. It's not like he took 2 weeks or even a month off. It was 3 days. And yes, he has some money, but having nurses or other people around, I don't think it's the same as having, in her case, her husband with her.
Well, I understand that. I mean, I do understand. I don't want to come across insensitive.
Right.
But my point is, you know what? It's opening day. I mean, come on. I mean,
But it's opening day for the family too.
I got that.
It's opening day for the family.
But he's got a job, right? You got a commitment to your job because you don't. Just to say, if you lose that job, then you don't have the means of finance to support your family. My thing is, he probably has a lot of means. I don't know his financial situation. I'm just guessing. But the point is, he can make it good for the wife because they have the ability through finance to make sure that his wife is okay. And now with social media, bro, I mean, come on, listen. FaceTime me. I mean, let's FaceTime. Let's FaceTime. I mean, think about how awesome that would be. Because, you can, throughout any, go to the side, you can look at your phone and while she's
FaceTime
having the
doesn't
baby.
always work. I'm originally from Kansas City, Missouri. I am my mother's
behind a
only
little bit there.
child.
Oh, wow.
TJ, my son, was my mother's first biological grandchild. So they were here a week earlier to watch me graduate, and TJ decided to come a little bit earlier than what we expected because my mom came down the following week after he was born. And we had her on FaceTime. She was there, talking to her and whatnot. Like, I wish she was here too, but as soon as TJ was being pushed out,
Ain't nobody got time for FaceTime no more.
the
I'm just saying.
the Wi-Fi connection at her job went out.
Went down.
Went down.
wow.
So
She
you
missed
can't-
the burst.
She
So you
missed the
can't
burst.
lie. And then back to, I'm sorry, I know I'm moderating this little thing,
Right.
but back to you said opening day. I saw a poll where on opening day, how many people were watching? Nobody was watching opening day for baseball this year. Some people didn't even know that baseball season started.
It's not really, about how many people are watching. And my thing is, it's about the commitment to your team.
But Corey has a
that's-
commitment
What
to the
about
wife.
Team
That's
Miller
exactly-
and Team Tally and Team Clairvaux?
That's
What
exactly
about those
because
teams?
I feel like if you're going to commit to your team before you commit to me, then I'm gonna feel like I'm gonna be on the back burner your entire career, and I should be number one regardless. I don't care how much money you have.
So not
I
even
don't
11
care.
million a year.
I don't care how much you
11
have.
million.
Oh,
$11
come
million
on, Tony, tell
a
you.
year.
Yes, you do care. You
$11
care about when you
million
go to
a
Louis
year.
Vuitton getting them bags and rolling through the airport. You care about Chanel. You care about all this stuff. Don't tell me you don't
I
care
don't
when
care
he's
about
making
it because
that
I don't
cheese.
have it right now, so I'm just fine.
She's like,
I'm
I like you
okay.
anyway.
I
She
am
cares.
okay.
You care about
But
it.
if he had
Go
3
ahead.
days and, they gave him those 3 days, then why does anyone care? I could see if that wasn't in his contract or if he had to, put in his 2 weeks, like how we have to do or whatnot. If they gave him 3 days, let that man have his 3 days so he can be there for his wife. And then I heard that, the radio personality said, how come she couldn't have a seat? Don't mark my body up so that you could be
The
there for
C-section?
opening day. With
You
a
should have a
C-section, I'm
C-section before
already
the season.
being
Right.
marked up.
And that right there, because I remember on Good Day Columbia, folks, the Midland's only 4-hour morning show, 5 to 9. We talked about how the C-sections in our health watch, they're recovering that it's not as healthy as they first thought. So when the radio host said that, even for me, I just automatically said, really? So you won't miss opening day? But Corey, going back to what you're saying, and I really respect all athletes, and I respect what you do. You bring great perspective, and you're a great player yourself. And it's, I guess, me getting around the lines of how can I actually think that for me to pick a team over my family?
Well, let me give it to you in
Yeah.
a deeper
Over the
sense.
number
And
one team.
I'm not making any kind of comparisons here, but
Right.
when you think about teammates, when you think about family, you think about military, you think about guys in the foxhole, got each other's back through thick and thin. And that's kind of the mindset. I'm just giving you the perception of an athlete. The
Okay.
mindset is, you're going to be here with me through thick and thin. Even sometimes when it means making a tough decision. Like,
Rolling
I might
the
have to
deep.
be away from my wife while she's in labor. And so that's what Boomer Esiason is saying. When you talk about athletes, when you talk about the military, you talk about battle and being in work
Right.
together and having each other back. And that's why I don't have a problem with Boomer Esiason said, period.
Well, shame on them and kudos to Daniel.
Bam.
You did right.
There
Daniel
you go,
Murphy,
folks.
home run.
Little web extra here for you on watch.com. Let
Athletes,
us know
baby.
what you think. Weigh in.
Tweet us, FaceTime, baby on FaceTime.
FaceTime the birth. What in the world?